River Wairewa Community Trust, please.
I think we've seen. It's a good afternoon, isn't it? Yes. Okay, that's good. Tēnā koutou.
Kia ora.
Ko Robert Burch. Tumuaki Little River Wairewa Community Trust. Ko Janet Reeves, Planner, Convener, Little River Village Planning Committee. Ko Warren Brixton, Chair of the Little River Railway Trust. Also, I must include behind me Mrs. Vanessa Mitchell, who is Vice Chair of the Little River Trust for the moment. Also, Georgia Mitchell, her supporter, who is a representative for the Playground Committee. Also, Craig Roberts, our Treasurer, and my personal supporter, Gillian Burch, and Glynis Dobson, Trustee. As I speak, there are a series of slides which are coming up on the wall, illustrating the key points of our submission with before and after shots which would illustrate reminders of the submission's content. Council has the Trust submission, councillors will have it to hand, and in all probability the architect design concept village plan has already been observed. It is available for public scrutiny. It is not my intention to proceed item by item through the submission document, but it must be noted that this is the outcome of 4 years of complex community work, voluntary work by the Trust and its supporters. In the past year alone, a calculated 7,200 hours of community effort has gone into producing the ideas that rest before Council. As you will see, the settlement and State High 75 need to have the pre-existing drainage network and choke points attended to. Swales would be of great value to ensure this, and also to protect the integrity of Te Roto o Wairewa, which is of great cultural, national and local and environmental importance. The streetscape to provide safety for pedestrians and vehicles. The village also needs a recreation park, complex, and park and playground for children. When people stop in Little River, there's very little in the way of amenity for young people. The historic and unique heritage buildings are requested to be revitalised. You see our Coronation Library there. It's looking very sad at the moment. However, I note that a little work has been done to seal the roof, and that is appreciated. This entails further work which will free up traffic management, walkways, and finally a modern wastewater system. This can happen if the flooding within and about the settlement is controlled with adequate engineering, as originally intended by the settlers that came to the area. Control the flooding, and all these other things can fall into place. Our submission is a direct outcome of the Little River Big Ideas document that distilled the essence of the community's concerns of the past years up to the present. These concerns are the framework with which we work. That this submission is supported by the Wairewa Runanga, the Awaiti Reserve Management Board, the Little River Railway Trust, the Banks Peninsula Community Board, the Banks Peninsula Water Zone Committee, all observe a commonality of interest in diverse areas. The Trust has formed a strong, good, solid administrative structure. It is professional, it is energetic, and the people are enthusiastic. They have asked me to ask you this: provide us with the resources, and we will be glad to work in partnership with CCC to revitalise Little River and get the job done. I thank the Mayor, Deputy Mayor, councillors and staff for your assistance with the lodgement of this submission. Ka nui tēnei. Aku mihi nui ki a koe. That's all.
Kia ora.
And that leaves time for you to ask any questions of us if you so deem fit.
Great. Phil.
Thank you very much. It sounded a bit like give us the tools and we'll do the job with us. I just wanted to ask you about one of your slides, the one where the truck has gone into the ditch. You've got a comment about assisting slowing traffic speeds through the village. We were at the Wairewa marae on Waitangi Day, and the speed of traffic further down the road seemed pretty horrendous. Just wondering, in fact, if you, as a community group, have concerns about that and the possibility of extending the slower speed limit out to it, perhaps a bit further than the marae.
Yes, the Little River Wairewa Trust looked at that last year. We have spoken to Theo Bonker and to Ray Simon, and we are very cognizant of the marae's concerns in this regard. Particularly, for example, we are so culturally inept when they're having a tangi, traffic is going past that marae at 100 kilometres per hour. There are also pedestrians who wish to walk from Cooptown to Little River. So this is a matter of great concern. We have, through the Love Little River group, managed to get the traffic speed down, but Janet would be able to speak to you in more detail about the traffic management program that we are looking at currently. Would you like to speak to that, Janet?
Yeah, our traffic management program at the moment only covers the part that's covered by the 60 kilometres an hour. But in our Little River Big Ideas, a lot of the community asked us to reduce the speed right up to the marae and perhaps even through as far as Cooptown, which is 70 k's as well.
Okay, thank you very much. Nice question.
Thank you. Any other questions? Vicky.
Just in terms of the priorities in this plan, because the whole plan is 7 million, is it?
I'm not sure if I heard you properly. Are you asking what our main priority is?
So the whole plan is $7 million, is that correct?
We estimate it to be between $5 and $7 million at the moment.
Okay, so just given the constraints on funding, what's the most important component of it?
We believe that the most important aspect is to get the flooding under control. That will clear State Highway 75. That will allow Little River to go ahead with securing its amenities and maintaining its viability. And probably one of the key elements of that is part of the streetscape design in the plan which the Little River Village Planning Committee have put together. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Yanni?
Thank you. We had another submission earlier with showing the domain and the tennis courts, I think, and the flooding. So can you just help us understand kind of what's being done to address the flooding currently and what the gap is in terms of having it addressed?
Yes, certainly I can address that. Currently, the flood mitigation environment has been handled by ECAN, who have worked on the watershed and the Okana River, and a rating district was struck for that, and the community contributed towards it over the last 3 years. That work has progressed well, and I understand that they have some final work still to be done for the remainder of this year. In the vicinity of the Awaiti domain and the Coronation Library, the Okana River builds up very rapidly, and that is a flood area. The flooding comes from the slopes behind Little River and the drains which have not been cleared over a long period of time, many of which are on private land, I hasten to add, some of which are part of the council responsibility, but all of them are currently inadequate. They were built in about the 19th century, I think, many of them. They have been kept there, but they need to be developed and brought into line with the modern problems. And that area is one of the choke points which distributes water and directs water into Little River. But nothing has been done on the Okana River at the moment. I understand they would like to build a low bund. The height of the bund is limited by the height of the bridge, and they would also like to put gabions in to protect it so that the river doesn't wash away and take away the bridge. So the people are thinking about that and working on it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, I just would like to say that you are the kind of living, breathing example of the
the sort of theme behind this year's LTP, which is we're in it together, and it's the idea that we work in partnership, we can achieve so much more than people who just come and say to the council, come and do this for us. This is an invitation to come and do this with us, and it's really appreciated. Little River, big ideas, I love it.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.